In this video, we are going to be solving a proportion of the form a over x plus b is equal to c over x, okay? Or really, a over x plus b is equal to c over x plus d. That's really the form. I'm not sure why they labeled it like this, but this is you're really going to be dealing with ones that look a little more like we have here. But this is the corresponding homework title if you're wondering, okay? So here, the first example we're given, we have 8 over x minus 6 is equal to x is equal to 4 over x minus 4. Now our goal here is to we want to see if we can isolate x all by itself on one side of the equation. Okay, let's copy this. Since we're going to be doing some manipulation here. All right, so the first thing we want to do, anytime you're given an equation where you have a variable in the denominator that you're trying to solve for, the first thing you want to think I have to do here is I have to get rid of the variable in the denominator. I have to somehow rearrange the equation so I don't have any variables in the denominator. Those are pretty hard to work with. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. The first thing that we can do is we can the first thing we should probably do is pick a side that we want to eliminate x in the denominator. Okay, let's pick the right hand side first. So if we multiply if we multiply both sides of the equation by x minus 4, okay, what we'll see is these x minus 4s will cancel out. Those will go away. So now we have this will become 8 times x minus 4 over x minus 6 is equal to 4. And so now what we can do is we can actually multiply both sides of this equation by x minus 6, okay? And in doing so, this x minus 6 will cancel as well, okay? And so now we're left with 8 times x minus 4 is equal to 4 times x minus 6. Okay? And if you want to, you can do both of those in one step if you're familiar with these. I'm okay with that. But just make sure that you account for everything you're supposed to here. So we have 8 times x minus 4 is equal to 4 times x minus 6. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and distribute this 8 and this 4. Okay? So doing that, if we distribute the 8 to the x and to the minus 4, we'll have 8x minus 32. And we distribute this 4, and that's going to be equal to 4x minus 24. Okay, so we're getting a little closer to something we know how to deal with. All right, so now what we can do is we can try and get all of the x's on one side and all of the constants on the other. So let's go ahead and take 4x away from the right-hand side. Okay, this 4x will cancel. And now we're left with 4x minus 32 is equal to negative 24. All right, so the next thing we can do is we can add 32 to both sides. Move this down a little bit. So if we add 32 to both sides, we're going to have 4x is going to be equal to 8. So now we can divide both sides of our equation by 4. These 4's will cancel, and we will have that x is equal to 8 divided by 4, and 8 divided by 4 is just 2. Okay? So there we go. And if you wanted to, you can take x equals 2 and plug it back into your initial equation, and it should make sense. So let's go ahead and do that just to confirm that we did everything correctly. So if we know that x is equal to 2, Let's just separate this off a little bit. So if we're going to check our answer here, let's plug in x equals 2. So we have 8 over 2 minus 6 should be equal to 4 over 2 minus 4. Okay? So 2 minus 6, that's equal to negative 4. So we have 8 over negative 4 should be equal to 4 over 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So really we have negative 2 is equal to negative 2. And that looks right. So we know that our answer is x equals 2. Okay, so our next example, we have 4 over x plus 5 is equal to negative 12 over x minus 3. Let's copy that so we can do some manipulation. All right, so similar to last time, let's see if we can clear the denominator in the right-hand side. So let's multiply both sides of the equation by x minus 3. And actually, let's actually go ahead and show you how we can probably do this in one step. If you want to, just like we did last time, you can do this one step at a time. What we can also do is we can actually multiply both sides of the equation by x minus 5 as well. And the goal here would be to eliminate x minus 5 in the denominator. Okay? So here, or I guess it's x plus 5, I'm sorry, x plus 5. Okay? So here, we'll see these x plus 5s cancel. And on the right-hand side, we'll see these x minus 3s cancel. And again, the reason we get to do this is because we're doing the same thing to both sides of the equation. We're multiplying by x minus 3 and x plus 5 on both sides. Therefore, this is totally legal. So now what we're left with x minus 3 times 4 is equal to negative 12 times x plus 5. So what we can do now is we can distribute this 4 and this negative 12. So this will become, if we distribute the 4, we'll get 4x minus 12 is equal to negative 12x. Let me get that from distributing the negative 12. We have negative 12x minus 60. Okay, so negative 12 times 5 is 60. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this negative 12x over. Okay, so we will have 4x plus 12x, that's 16x minus 12 is equal to negative 60. Okay? Not negative 16, that's negative 60. 6 is 0. Okay? And now we can add 12 to both sides. This 12 will cancel, and we get that 16x is equal to negative 48. Okay? And now what we can do is we can divide both sides of this equation by 16. These 16s will cancel, and we'll get that x is equal to negative 48 divided by 16. But negative 48 divided by 16 is just negative 3. So there's your final answer. And again, just like last time, you can go check the answer if you'd like. That is certainly a valid thing to do.